Hey y'all, welcome to Miss Clark's chemistry class. I have been teaching chemistry for over 20 years, and I am here to help you make sense of everything that you learned in class. If you're not understanding your notes, go get your notes. I'm going to help. By the time you get finished watching this lesson, you're going to be a pro at naming ionic compounds dealing with polyatomic ions. Now, if you're looking for more information about naming ionic compounds with transition metals or main metals, check those links out in my description. Go get your notes, go get your periodic table and a pen, and let's get started. Polyatomic ion, that's a brand new term for us. Now, we know that poly means many. So a polyatomic ion, that's many ions or many atoms. Two or more atoms covalently bonded, but it has a charge because remember, ions have a charge. So since we're talking about ionic compounds, again, the first name is always the metal, the cation. But since we're talking about ionic compounds specifically with polyatomic ions, the second name or the last name, most of the time that's going to be the polyatomic ion. And instead of changing the ending to IDE, like we did with the main elements and the transition elements, we are always writing the polyatomic ion as is. We are not going to change the ending on the polyatomic ion. So let's go ahead and practice some. If we're going to write the name of this compound, we first need to know what the name of this polyatomic ion is, NH4. Now we know NH4 is a polyatomic ion because there's more than one capital letter together in a group. And we recognize chlorine, Cl, from the periodic table. So if I look at my list of common polyatomic ions, we see that NH4, that's ammonium. So we're just going to name it. Remember, the first name you always leave as it is. The second name, if it's from the periodic table, you just change it to an IDE. So we have ammonium chloride. Let's look at another example. We've got BaNO3, 2. This time our polyatomic ion is in parentheses. So it's very easy to see that NO3 is in a group together, which means it's a polyatomic ion. Many atoms grouped together as a unit, polyatomic ion. Ba is barium. NO3 is nitrate. We're just going to leave that name as it is. You do not rearrange the names of polyatomic ions. You always leave them as they are. So BaNO3, 2, Ba is barium, Na3, nitrate. And that's all there is to the name, barium nitrate. Okay, so now you're ready to go practice. There's a link in my description for practice problems and an answer key for naming ionic compounds with polyatomic ions. Try it out. If you're struggling, go back and rewatch this video. Don't be afraid to do that. I know it seems a little redundant, but sometimes redundancy is what we need to really solidify an idea. Don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you found this helpful, send it to a friend that might be struggling. Until next time, bye y'all.